At noon the apocalypse began. At 1400 hours humanity was lost. At 1500 hours humanity was dead. At 1900 hours the human experiment ended. At 2100 hours survivors crawled out of the aftermath.
We are some of the last people left. What happened?
I do not know, they left us to die. They killed us.
The skies are opening up, aren't they? It is about time we prepare to survive, for the infinite forest will infect our universe, so the history says.
You're bound to be mistaken. This was an act of terror upon us all. On all of humanity.
Where am I? It only feels like a moment ago. I traveled through time. Wait, am I me anymore? I did not get reset because of the time machine, and I see I have come face to face with Sean Benton Continent.
Great massive, a true God emerging from moments of history, a story long forgotten about human experiment has ended. You're free to go.
Why makes you think I will? It's truly gone too far.
Has it now? I'm afraid you won't be heard from anymore.
The next day at 4 o'clock the sound was heard across the planet individually. It would not stop for several hours until 1500 hours. The sound was of a low hum of a mother singing a lullaby to her baby, of the wind chimes blowing in the wind. The intervention would not be sorted out, and the observer would only observe. And only the observer would know what the sound was, the sound that sounded like the vibration of a phone going off and everything known. The sound as a bunch of sounds clamored together. It sounded like it would do damage to someone if they were close by.
Well, hello, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? One of the observers, the watcher, you watched long and prosperously into our own reality. It is not fortunate for you that it all has gone to shit, and where is that mighty cliff ran? It's been only 1500 years after the events of Aftermath. You think he'd turn up at some point, but we're gonna be here for some time as humanity disappears slowly in this so-called experiment, and I am eternity.
You do realize this is disconnected from everything else. We are sitting here watching, you are watching. We have nothing to do with what is going down across the multiverse. Different events are happening in different universes with humans, and specifically humans. Different experiments across the multiverse on humans is one large human experiment. We have nothing to do with.
Well, then, what?
You watch. Events outside of our control have happened. Cliff and may be caught doing whatever he is doing, but because of these experiments, we watch people interfere, and that is the philosophy of the observers.
As the sun rises and falls, many days pass the humans in the universe, fearing their lives as zombies, or that other humans wondering why. A majority of the population vanished, leaving very little humans. Then it clicked. Hello, who is there?
The funny thing is that the audience only ever saw us in the third movie. They have no idea who we are. Funny audience, you're watching this entire cinematic universe, made by a YouTuber, who doesn't care about the views, the subscribers, or the money. It still wants his channel to grow. You sat down to watch an entire probably terrible or good movie made by Brenderman.
It is true, audience. I was narrating your experience throughout all of it. Haven't you been very pleased? Jokes. You all are jokes. The great powerful Glyphon doesn't even know we exist or who we are. We are the entertainment, we know everything before it happens.
We are watching even the watchers and even the observers. We laugh in the face of these threats, knowing we could snap them away, faster than 10 trillion times the speed of light. We are not in danger. We are also not dangerous unless tempted. No.
Everything.
We live to be living. We became bored of being all-powerful, so now we watch history play out.
Are we evil, audience? That determines what do you think is evil. For us, we think we are in the right. What we do does not harm anyone we watch, and we could prevent things.
But we both know how it's going to end. And we do not want to prevent the end before we control it all, but we see into the future, and what is the future when it's inaccurate?
Do you think these movies have been unknown yet we see over this domain? And Glyphrin just so happened to stumble upon us in our little domain, and now he protects it all.
Our domain is 99% of the Omniverse in the void. We control everything from hyperverses to omniverses and what lays beyond.
So what do we want?
It is entertainment after all for us in the audience.
You're Corey. You could be knocking at the door? This is new even for us.
Who the hell is that? We're the only ones who do this shit. If someone's there, then who are we?
The hell is happening?
Panic, Diane, panic. If there is that person at the door, we are all powerful. The other 1% that we don't control is dead. Nothing can go there, so we don't even bother.
If Glyphrin from out of our domain, that means there's something alive out there.
Then what else could live? This is new. We did not see this coming.
Then we go into the unknown.
We must keep watch. We do not know what that is, but is it our concern? Maybe.
Hello, it is me. Haven't you wondered after all this time what exactly is going on in this entire cinematic universe? Nothing could change it. I exist for where I tread. They think that 1% is dead. Haven't you learned that it is not that simple? Glyphrin is even beyond their comprehension. He shattered himself across the Omniverse, and where did that leave him? That is still unknown. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, but why is it all fucked up? This entire lore a loop only recently broken from the eyes of those. You may even think that these new characters are villains introduced in this. They are not. They have been waiting for a while. I have been waiting a while. Glyphrin's last known location is unknown. We do not know where he is, nor does that matter. After all, I come from the same 1% of Omniverse as Glyphrin. That 1% is considered dead Omniverse. I exist. They do not know that. No one does, so shall I bid you adieu until I see you again. Goodbye for now, remember me.
We have to survive. It's the apocalypse out there.
I'm afraid. How can it all overnight change like this?
I don't know.
Don't you see it's all dying? It's been a weekend. The structural integrity of the Omniverse is considerably weak.
It can't be. It's gone to hell. We're in hell. Don't tell me that I don't understand. Stop telling me lies, you're lying.
Don't you see the man? He's delusional. You're never coming back.
The lies that are told by everyone. It can't be saved anymore. This is the static that will play when the Omniverse dies. Don't you remember it? Come on, I know you can do it.
Remember it for the sake of it all.
Hello, person by the mailbox.
Hello, other person by the door.
Do you want to come inside after your long day of work?
Yes, I do. That would be nice.
Don't forget you were created everywhere and nowhere.
Don't forget where you come from.
Don't forget anything about yourself.
Glyphrin.
And I hope you get this message, wherever you are.
Are we being hunted?
If it's dead, Omniverse and things come from it, then is it truly dead?
Remember, you start to hear the beam right before the Omniverse ends.
Oh no.
If parts of the Omniverse are dead and things come from it, does it mean that it is truly dead?
Then what happens if all of the Omniverse is dead?
If you are of their beings that live through this, we will send the movies out as history for what happened.
That's if we die, right?
Let's hope. Thoughts if we even live.
I can't remember. Who are you and where am I?
So it begins. We've reached beyond the precipice. There is no looking back now. I only can delay it. But that would cause me to die.
I can't hear them anymore. Everything's gone quiet. The Omniverse is not quite dead yet. Otherwise, the static would be playing. A mysterious object just went flying by. Not my concern, for those who would be left would be very powerful beings. I do not want to disturb them. I may be powerful too, but they have honed their craft.
Can you feel it?
Feel what?
It's finally here after all this time. I knew it was coming. It is unfortunate still.
What do you mean what was coming?
The end of the Omniverse, the static and the death of it all. There is nothing more we can do.
It is dying. It was set in motion then. Thank you, Glypherin.
The human experiment is ending.
We are surviving, we are winning.
The formation of all known beings comes from a glimpse of it all. This is much more than a world you survive in. It is much more than everything else. Haven't you realized that it's not over yet? There's so much more you could be doing. You're surviving in a post-apocalyptic world. One world is dead. Humans vanished randomly. Some surviving. This world, zombies. But across the Omniverse, there is one constant. And that constant has been broken, leading to the deterioration of the Omniverse. That one point, that one constant is the reason you... That constant was the equation of it all, the reason life exists, and that is porsphoxetine, a made-up chemical by the creator of it all, of all these movies, to explain the creation of life in the Omniverse and the infinite forest. But you must remember that it's coming to an end, all of it. And I know much of it. The death of the Omniverse will happen, and the beams have already run out, and I must go. It is no longer a comedy. There is not much more. However, well, I say, let it be. The static plays at the end of the Omniverse for a long time. And the reason it's considered the end is the static seemingly doesn't stop. Well, I know that the static stops at some point. Somehow, the static stops. It should mean it's over and never stop. The static should continue playing. But after a while, you reach a new channel, and suddenly a light blasts your eyes as you go blind, and you see it. You see it. The inevitable and the sad, the overseeing of it all. What it is, I can't describe. I was created moments before that flash. And what I mean by moments is 1,000 years. But then, without sudden, a flash, I got transported here. There is not what I saw, but I got pulled to what I thought was nothing. It felt like a big bang. Something must have happened, and I don't know who it involves, but I hope it is not Glypherin. He should stay away from it all. He should.
What are you on about? Something about an Omniverse. You sound insane.
Insanity. I am a madman after all. I've just figured it out. Because once I was pulled to this universe, I was put at the beginning of its creation, and I could tell that it was not a reset. Another time loop would be disappointing. There was something beyond the static. How long it lasts, I know. It's at least over 1,000 years.
universe and Omniverse laughable.
Reach into your soul and find out. Or should I do that for you?
You are scary.
There is much more than you understand. The realm of possibilities and the formation of all. I've seen it. And I've seen all of it. All of you. All of everything. It is infinite.
If we ain't gonna be alive much longer, why find out?
Soon, very soon, it'll all make sense. Keep in mind that you and I are talking for the first time.
Wait, I'll see you again.
Potentially.
Hello Frank. I've been here a while. I'm John, the one that defeated Lizzie so long ago. None of that matters now. Sit with me as it's all coming down. When Glyphron shattered himself, it began the end of the Omniverse. That is concerning.
Look at how fun it is. It is time.
Come on, you're acting like this is my fault. Do you not know the events or the prophecy or anything that happened after the shattering?
I do. You had some form of participation in the human experimentation.
Come on.
Oh no. Good, they're gone.
The story must be told in a way all will know it. It's a beautiful day out, and I'm writing instead of being out there. And well, I want to tell the story of history, basically. Monumental events across everywhere, especially one such as the Omniverse dying. What laid on the other side, we still do not know. Well, kind of not know. We do not know how we got here, but we are somehow here, alive, after a long time of nothing. For you see, if you are reading this, a fact is, well, we were all birthed after the static. How long that lasted, we don't know. But we know for sure we come after the static. And the static that we hear today in our radios and the one that we see on TV all come from that pivotal point, the static at the end of the Omniverse. Thank you. Who the fuck are you? Where the fuck am I? Why aren't you answering my questions? You're being cryptic as fuck.
The sun is set. The time draws near. And I anticipate every moment of it.
This is not okay, man. This is not okay. Who the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Who are you? Who am I? Where am I? Don't you just wrangle on.
I know you, you know me. There is nothing I can do now. My time is soon.
I know that we'll meet again. I don't know when, and I don't know where, but I know we'll meet again. We'll meet again. I don't know where, and I don't know when, but I'll know when we'll meet. There'll be some sunny day. But for that to happen, I must do it. I must prevent and resuscitate the Omniverse. I don't know who I am, and I'll never remember. There is one thing the prophecy said that I would be seeing in the final moments of the Omniverse. I guess we are here. You and I have come a long way, haven't we? We've seen the birth and the deaths of many. We've seen over and over again the many new conflicts arise. All for what in the end, though? I don't know. But I know one thing is surely true. The thing is, the fact that we're all dead in the end. Well, I'll be seeing you more and more, won't we? I have more to explain. You see, when I also shattered myself, I broke the loop, destroyed it completely, and that allowed things to finally move forward. And well, one thing I knew at the time was the death of the Omniverse would come, and I did not care. If things were to truly move forward, that would be better instead of being an endless torment. I've progressed it here for a reason. That reason truly is just to be here, just to live, just to breathe, just to exist more and more and more. So, that means what we have to do is survive. Nothing more or less. All you have to do is push forward and survive to the unknown beyond, as I've reappeared in a familiar form, in a solid form, not one that is corporeal. I have been able to reach beyond the stars, and I know everything that happens to your Omniverse. None of it was truly dead. All of it was dead, but none of it truly was dead. Nothing more, nothing less. But the Omniverse you lived in was dead from the start and lived barely breathing. It gave itself measures to live. I broke those measures. I need it to thrive. We need it to thrive to be able to move on to the future ahead. Once those protections were taken out of the way, my job was done. Everything was protected once more, and I could shatter myself truly everywhere. Aspects of me still existed across the Omniverse, but those protections slowly weared off, and now we're here. The Omniverse should be ending as soon as I am done talking, and talking to you alone. Audience, I am sorry, but everything you watched was not for nothing. As well, we're concluding this. This is the end. Well, the end of this movie is coming up. The end of everything is coming up once more. So, I say to you alone, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Well, my journey continues. I will continue. I cannot reach to your world, Omniverse, your world's Omniverse, as everything ever in existence is not likely to be well suited. You see, as someone who never knew more of anything, I never knew much of nothing, and that nothingness I knew comes from everything. I remember how I was created. That creation brought me here today. I will leave you all behind, and well, I'll move on. I don't know where I'll go, but even the infinite forest is dying. I will be floating in the void, which would not exist. I will be floating in something, waiting till I land in the next Omniverse. Truly a wonder it all is. But I have to say bye this once for you to never see me again, potentially, unless we cross paths.
That is something I am fine with. Hello again, Glyphrin. I bet you didn't expect to see any other person near the end of the Omniverse.
I did not, but it is still inevitable. Well, if it ain't over, it's gonna happen. Do you want to do it? Do you want to say goodbye?
No, my time in the story was limited. It's always been truly about you. Say goodbye to everyone.
If I ain't resting true to my name, I breathe out, and I say once more to the buildings beyond, this is our goodbye. As I truly recognize my thoughts, I move on to the end. If I ain't gonna say it for you, it's goodbye, bye to the Omniverse. Goodbye, bye to the Omniverse. Bye, bye, I can't take it anymore. Won't we just go on and end it already? The Omniverse is slowly dying. So if they ain't got a lot to say, bye, bye, Omniverse. I say bye, bye, Omniverse. As we're going down to what else is next. So I'm gonna say it one more time, I ain't gonna miss it. I'm saying bye, bye to the Omniverse. Everything's gone away, and now we're standing here moments before it's all going to end. Goodbye, bye, Omniverse. I'll never ever see you again. Goodbye, bye, Omniverse. We're going to set sail on a new course, so I won't miss you one bit. Goodbye to the Omniverse. I never knew it would go and end like this. Bye, bye to the Omniverse. Everything I got is nothing more to say. When I say I'm ready to travel to the beyond, I wonder what will happen here. Nothing's ever truly ever gone forever. That's why I say bye, 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 Omniverse. We'll meet again, I don't know how, but we'll meet again. Omniverse, you stay out there, the static will play, and all I'm saying is goodbye, bye, Omniverse. we're gonna say goodbye, bye to the Omniverse, as everything is gonna work out.
Is it going to work out though? Goodbye, Omniverse.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll see you again. Goodbye to everyone that's ever existed. It is coming.
It's now the end, remember that. The static is playing. And the end draws near. Thank you.
Wait, what? Why am I here? Why am I in the static? I should be either dead or floating. Floating God knows what. Maybe between omniverses. But this is quite unexpected, isn't it?
You are still needed, little friend. I'll be seeing you when it is all over.
I see. I know who you are. Well, I will be waiting. So, I will see who you are once the time is over, old friend. For now, I'll wait here into the next Omniverse.